Today for New Music Monday, we're gonna check out the album Fade from Yo La Tengo. So what do we already know about Yo La Tengo? Well, we know that over the years they've created a musical institution onto themselves, as they create delicate moods that are really tough to top. And they're one of those bands that clearly understands their musical strengths and rarely steps out of that area. But at the same time, you can make the argument that their last few records have been a bit subpar. And it's been quite some time since they've broken any really new musical ground, even within the limited space that they tend to work in. After a number of listenings to Fade, it's clear that they're in some kind of middle ground now. As while this record is nothing resembling a diversion from what we've heard before, it's far stronger than anything they've done in quite some time. Well, most of it is. The one thing you can never fault Yo La Tengo for is the structure and the mood of the songs that they create. Because they have this uncanny knack for creating these completely engaging musical textures, balancing that line between engaging and dulling, most of the time coming out on the side of the former. But that actually becomes a problem on this album, as I think a lot of new listeners are going to get turned away because many of these songs actually become repetitive onto themselves. Or another way of saying that is that a number of these songs are too long or just lack any sort of musical experimentation or creativity. Getting into a deep groove on a single musical theme is one thing, but there are many points throughout Fade that mellow you out to the point that you might just fall asleep. However, if you're able to get past that, Fade is ultimately rewarding, as the soundscapes hold a number of secrets that you'll discover with continued listening. And honestly, this is one of those albums that's going to be best experienced through headphones. The wispy vocals and the uniquely engaging guitars and keys are exactly as you'd expect them to be. And one of the strongest points of this album is the way that every song perfectly melts into the next, resulting in one of the most fluid records that I've heard in years. But in the end, there's really no musical ground being tread anywhere on this album. Every sound and mood that Yo La Tengo present here is one that you've heard them do many times before. But I suppose that's not completely a bad thing considering their overall level of talent. It's more the fact that Fade just isn't the most creative or compelling approach that they could have taken. And in the end, on the buy it or borrow it, Fade is a decent borrow it. So that's what I got for you guys today. I hope you dug it. If you did, go ahead and click subscribe, leave a comment, click like, whatever you want to do. You can follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Tumblr right here, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow.